Okay, here's something that happened just this week, and that is I was heading home from teaching a class at a local university where I work as an adjunct. And it was late at night, and there were two people at home waiting for me, and so I decided I'm going to pull. They both like Shamrock Shakes from McDonald's, so I decided I'm going to pull in and I'm going to get 2 Shamrock Shakes. Pulled up to the drive-through window. Hi, may I take your order? Yes, I'd like 2 Shamrock Shakes. Fine, is that all? Yes. Also, tonight, would you like to give $1 to donate to this nonprofit to help this target group? I said, wow, thanks for asking. That's fantastic, but no thank you, not tonight. Hi, I'm James Callahan, and this is the Do-Over Show, and I have to tell you, one of the most important things of a successful do-over is learning to pay attention to things that we ignored before.
You're very generous. You're kind to strangers and children. And when you stand in the snow, you look like an angel.
And then as I pulled away from the drive-through window where I ordered, I watched my total go from $7.98 to $8.98. Yeah, they added the dollar donation to the charity. It must have been, the person must have been thinking, nobody uses that many words or is that nice to tell me no to a donation. So they added the donation. I pulled around, I paid my $8.98, I got my 2 Shamrock Shakes, and I drove home. Gave them to the people waiting for me, and then I went right to my computer and I found that nonprofit. And when I landed on their homepage, here's what I was greeted with. Thank you for giving. How did they know? They didn't know. They treated me like the person that they wanted me to be. They want everyone who finds them to think of themselves as generous, as a giver, as part of their community. They weren't stingy with it. They gave away a compliment that actually worked. Now, if you're not someone who gave accidentally at a McDonald's drive-thru, even that itself calls you, names you, gives you a title, an identity, something that you can embrace and say, yeah, I can think of myself as a generous person. That's the way I see myself, or I want to see myself.
That's maybe the best compliment of my life.
And that is, instead of being stingy with it and holding back, let me explain. I've worked for a couple nonprofits, and the people who led them were always stingy with money. They complained about credit card fees for people who wanted to give gifts, but they wanted to use a credit card to do so. And they always asked, well, can you give a little more because we have to pay the credit card fee? Or when they would do a direct mailing, instead of including postage on the return envelope, they would always say, we didn't include postage, so please help us save money by putting that 50 cents worth of postage on your return thing. Yeah, they were stingy in every respect. In fact, one of them once told me, when I wanted to call people, just anybody, like start off a letter to people who randomly were receiving this, I wanted to say to them, thank you for being generous. And they said, no, you can't call them generous because they haven't given yet. That is, they haven't earned it. Earned it? I'm asking people to give me money in exchange for a tote bag or for nothing or for a set of good feelings. And you want to be stingy with the phrase, thank you for giving? Yeah, because they haven't earned it. Here's where we miss it. You see, generosity begets generosity. If we're stingy, we'll be treated as stingy. If we give it away, if we are generous, if we treat people in a way that they see themselves or want to see themselves, they'll start to act that way. They'll start to live that way. They'll start to give or buy that way. And thanks for being part of the Do-Over Show. Please, could you tap the like button? Because it does really help. And while you're down there, how about you subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. I'm so glad you found me and I found you. Thanks.